Alright, kind of a fun and interesting course for you here. Crystal Tree Golf Club. Playing the white tees. This is GSPRO Golf Simulator Pro software. And don't worry, the projector will come on here in a second there on the left. But, okay, drive. The swing has not been so great. There's an example of like a toey closed off, slow ball speed swing that I've been kind of dealing with. I'm almost going back to just like half swing acceleration drills because I tend to just pound those like the exact distance that I need to. Really testing the right side of this dog leg, but luckily it's pretty short, so we got maybe a 9-iron in. This one looks pretty good. Sits up and a par. Moving to the third hole, still even. This is our first par 5 of the day. Got to carry the water. Nice little fountain feature there. That looked more on plane to me, but it was a faster swing, more on plane, more square, but low ball speed and high spin. Just having a really hard time figuring out what changes to make. This is kind of unlucky par 5. Good hit into the green, and it holds up in the 3-putt zone for an automatic par when a little bit to the left or just goes through to the fringe, lets me chip in for birdie or something. So that's alright though, even still. Good looking follow through here. Look how cool this hole is. The fairway pinches in and then it cuts around this water feature, and a lot of the thing like this view and this shot is worth playing Crystal Tree just alone. These two things. Need a big kick left. Not gonna get it. Gonna have to have some sort of a good chip, and that is a good chip. Sits up in the circle for a par. We're crossing the road over to the 5th hole. Another one where you get some water. We have an elevated fairway, it looks like, and we are hitting spinny drives. Ever since going to the RCT balls, it has completely shown my weakness of not being able to control spin with a driver. It has also shown my ability to control my iron trajectory and spin better than I thought, but the driver's just been horrendous. Everything that isn't hit absolutely perfect, and I haven't quite figured out what perfect is yet, is part of the problem. Barely carrying this 200-yard carry, ending up in a bunker 86 away though on a short par 4. Good distance again, just a little right. It's gonna hang up and be a par, and we go to our next par 5 of the day. Water all along the left edge here. Got the shape right, but again, just too spinny to go anywhere. Just barely over 200 yards. Gonna have to this one was strange, going directly at it and then fading it away. Gonna end up way right. Little help from the cart path to get just enough view of the hole. And here, flighting down a wedge. Needed a little more rollout than that, and that's going to be a bogey. Entering the positives for the first time here, +1. Going to the 8th hole, which is a 136 shot. Tough, small little kidney green over there. And just hit it a little too good. Carried it a little too much. Ended up chipping out of the bunker to the fringe, and then chipping from the fringe in, and got another bogey. Sorry you didn't get to see that. To be a little more careful with my editing when I do this in 2 different phases. Cut a bunch of the videos in a row, save them, and then do the commentary at some point later on. So a mistake there by my former self. Another spinny crap drive leading to a 160-yard shot, fading towards the pin and nestling for a tap-in birdie there. That's probably the best swing of the day too. Looked like it had some freedom of motion and got through the ball pretty good. 142, see if we can back that up. Looks left right away. And stays left and stays long. Gonna be a tough little chip from the rough. Downhill, 22 yards. Thought it was a little more downhill than it was, and it checks up before the circle for another bogey. And we are at +2. Going to the par 5, 11th. Could be reachable if I ever hit one any good. That one was right off the bottom of the club and somehow spun up 6,600. Just didn't go anywhere at all. In contrast, this club, 6,300. Both swings just not clicking the back of the ball like we need to. Oh well, golf's always a work in progress. I'm always trying to get better. That's why I play every day. The chipping saving me on a few holes. After that birdie on the par 5, we're at +2, going to another par 3, 140 yards. This one comes up just a little bit short. '13th is another par 5, 513 yards, very similar to the last one. Trying to swing hard, got 111 clubhead speed there, but came huge out to in to do it and spun that ball up again. Just trying to hit a layup here. Not really catching that very good either. It came out like a knuckleball though, and gives us a decent shot in from 135. That looked kind of heely, but it's on target. Check up. Oh no. Right through the side of the circle. Doesn't check up. Gets a par. We're going to the 14th hole. If you're still with me, comment below what you think of Crystal Tree Golf Club. I happen to really like the layout and then some of the holes, some of the features, the playability. The challenging parts of the course are also quite nice. So let me know what you think about it. It's on the top half of the list for sure. Really struggling. Finally hit one good and it flies the green because we're not ready for it. Saved by a tree though. And now 16 yards to save par, and that's a tap in. +15th hole upcoming, still at +2. Tough one here, over water, 170, slightly downhill. Pin tucked in right. That's the right shot shape and the right distance. It is just 7 yards offline, on the safe side though. And another par, so just cruising at this point. Got to finish strong. 16, 17, 18 upcoming. Another split fairway dog leg here. Barely swung and got 2200 spin with that driver, so need to figure out what's going on. 116 remaining though, pretty good position. Just completely towed it, came up short. End up in the rough 13 yards away. And a shank. Something that's been happening to me lately. Just really not giving it my all concentration on some chips and some full swings too, where I just think I can just flick my wrists at the ball and everything will be great. And everyone knows that's not right. You gotta focus up enough to get your hips out of the way so that your hands have some room to swing. And every single one of my shanks, and there will be a few coming up in the next coming videos as well. I know there's been some in the last couple. Just something I'm working through, and I'm working on some swing changes and pressure changes, and it is what it is, but it should let you know that everyone kind of goes through it. I'm not ashamed to show them. They don't hurt my feelings. I can still have a good round of golf. I can still hit 1,000 shots in a row without doing that. It just so happens at the moment my hands are kind of taken over, and that's usually a bad sign for me. This looked good off the bat, but it's gonna roll up and then roll off to the right, which is just a shame after that good approach shot from the rough. Try to finish this off here. Beautiful clubhouse in the background. 12-yard chip. And nicely judged. Holds in there for a par. We end up at a 76, a +4. Oh, that was a bogey. Bogey there at the last. Make sure you like and subscribe. That was the white tees, Saturday pins at Crystal Tree. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.